For the last 3 years, ever since I looked like a prepubescent man-child, I have been obsessed with online business, finance, and investing, and I have been lucky enough to be able to make a full-time income strictly online. So, I combined everything that I have learnt and created a plan to make $100,000 in 3 months. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how I plan to do this, and more importantly, how you can do this as well. Now, in my time, I have tried almost every online business that you can think of. I built logos, websites, did social media marketing, and I did find success with a lot of these businesses. But the one business that completely changed the game for me was Shopify Dropshipping. Now don't click away. I know you have probably heard so many horror stories about dropshipping being dead and fake gurus flooding the industry with courses that are straight trash, but I am here to tell you that Shopify dropshipping is most definitely not dead. You just need to go about the right way of doing it. Now, to truly explain this $100,000 strategy, I first need to take you back to 2017, which is the year that I started this whole journey. It was the month of October, and I had just watched a YouTube video from someone who started a Shopify dropshipping business and was able to make over $5,000 in one day selling bracelets. Safe to say, that completely blew me away, and I knew I had to try out this business for myself. Now, for those who aren't aware, Shopify dropshipping is an online business where you create an online store, add products to your store, and then promote them through online advertising. And when you get a sale, you ship that product straight from the manufacturer to the customer, meaning that you don't have to touch or even see the products that you are selling. So, after watching that YouTube video, I took the leap of faith and drained my entire $500 bank account to start a dropshipping store and purchase some ads. Now, you may be expecting me to say that I made thousands of dollars and arrived to school the very next day in head-to-toe designer drip, but I lost everything. I made a few sales here and there, but I was spending hundreds of dollars on Facebook ads and was making practically nothing back. For some reason though, I kept going. I knew that I was only 15 years old at the time, and in the big picture, I didn't really have anything to lose. I was willing to risk my money to learn, so I decided that I wouldn't give up on Shopify dropshipping, which is hands down one of the best decisions that I have ever made. So, I saw that YouTube video in October, tried it out, failed, lost hundreds of dollars, but I kept going, and 1 month later, on November 15th, I made my first profitable sale. I remember being at school, constantly researching and testing products for my Shopify store, and one day, I decided to test out an advertising concept called influencer marketing. This is where you contact a big influencer or big Instagram page and pay them a fee to post your ad and promote your product to their audience. In my case, I was selling these pineapple dad hats, and I paid an Instagram page with a few 100,000 followers $50 to post my ad on their feed and promote my product. If I remember correctly, it was about 7 AM and my first influencer ad went live. I was at school that day, so when the ad went live, I went to school, put my phone in my locker, and then came back a few hours later to check it, and when I came back, I saw something that had completely changed the game for me. My Shopify store had made over $200 in sales, and for the first time in my life, my Shopify dropshipping store was profitable. And from that day, everything changed. For the next 12 months, I was building websites for clients, running my dropshipping business, and I was slowly getting better and better at this whole concept of making money online. Which brings us back to right now in 2020, where I have built and worked with more Shopify stores than I can count, and I have loved every second of it. Now, the real reason that you clicked on this video in the first place is to hear my $100,000 3-month plan, so let's get into that. Now, the keyword here is plan. This is a goal, not a guarantee. And if I don't happen to achieve this, it won't tear me down, because as you already know, my business journey was full of ups and downs, and failure is completely normal. But with that being said, we are still going to try our best to achieve the goal, so let's get into this right now. To make the actual money, we are going to be using the same Shopify dropshipping model to sell products online. Now, I'm not talking about selling phone cases and dad hats on Instagram meme pages, because that ship has most definitely sailed and the Shopify business has evolved a lot since then. Instead, I'm talking about starting a real e-commerce business, selling a legitimate product which can actually generate a long-term income. Now, just to prove that this model still completely works, I'm going to log into Shopify and show you guys a store that I'm currently working on, which is based in the United Kingdom. So as you can see, yesterday it did £770 in sales. I'll go ahead and throw up a screen recording here just so you guys can see some more stats of this store. But the £770 that we made yesterday in sales equates to about $1,000 US. And the best part about all of it is that we only spent $150 on an Instagram promotion to make those sales. Meaning the profit is about $650 US in a single day, and we haven't even started scaling the store yet. After increasing the ad budget and expanding this business, the $100,000 goal can be completely hit with just one store like this. So I am now going to walk you through exactly how a store like this works, and more importantly, how you can start one for yourself. Let me get into this. How's my hair look? Does it look really fat? The other way. You're very much in the frame there. Now, if you have seen me before or are subscribed to this channel, you would know that I am very against the whole scene of fake gurus and their rented Lamborghinis and terrible courses and all that shit. But in all seriousness, e-commerce really is a booming industry and there is a lot of money to be made as a beginner. So the store that I was just talking about, which did $1,000 in sales and $650 in profit in one day, can definitely be scaled up quite high over the next few months. After increasing the ad budget, the plan for this store is to cruise at around the $3,000 to $4,000 per day in revenue mark and aim for a minimum of $1,000 per day in net profit for the next 3 months. This store in particular isn't selling a product from AliExpress, but is instead selling a customizable product. It is very similar to this store Pup Socks, where a customer can upload an image of their pet and the team behind the store will print that picture on socks and ship it directly to the customer. It is actually a very cool gift and it is something that I would personally buy just for the joke of it. Unfortunately for me though, everyone always says my dog is ugly, so if I got a pair of socks with her face on it, I would probably get roasted. In my opinion, if you are wanting to sell custom products, then using print on demand is definitely the way to go. Print on demand is very similar to dropshipping in the way that when you get a sale on your store, the printing company will supply the blank canvas or t-shirt or whatever, manage all the printing and also manage all the fulfillment. So you don't have to worry about any of the shipping and the printing company will manage everything. This video isn't sponsored or anything. I don't have any affiliation with Printful. This is just the one that I've personally used in the past. So if we go ahead and click products, you can see everything that they offer. So let's check out the socks. You can see that these socks aren't exactly the same as the ones that Pup Socks are selling, but they still allow you to add a custom print on the socks, which is something that you could sell as a personalized product. The store that I was just talking about that did $1,000 in sales yesterday isn't selling socks, but it is selling a product which is personalized to each customer, and that's how we are able to be so profitable because the product is so unique. Now, like I quickly said before, the downside of print on demand is that usually every individual product is pretty expensive. This high price can sometimes be justified if you have a really good design or a really good personalization service where, like Pup Socks, you're adding a custom picture of their pet on the t-shirt, and because everyone loves their pets, they're willing to pay $30 for that. So you just need to try and trigger emotion with your designs, which makes the customer not really care about the price and just want to buy the shirt because it's cool. Now, if I were to start fresh and launch a custom product store right now, here's exactly what I would do. When you are selling something customizable, you really need to trigger the impulse purchase, meaning that you want your customer to see your ad, click the link, add it to cart, and purchase your product all within a few minutes, because products like these don't solve problems. Things like these are usually bought as a gift or as a gag, so the best way to capture that sale is by triggering the impulse purchase, which you can do based on emotion. If I was selling something customizable, customizable, especially with the holiday season coming up, I would try and trigger something that couples would buy for each other. For example, you could maybe sell a canvas with a screenshot of a Google Maps where some couples had their first date, or create a funny pair of socks with their partner's face on it, or anything like that. But selling to people who are in a relationship is usually very profitable because love takes over and they don't really care about the price, and there is a lot of potential for expansion in this niche as well. So if I was selling something custom, I would definitely try and tap into this whole market of couples in a relationship because there is a lot of money to be made there. Is the teleport thing getting old yet? Anyway, in terms of marketing the type of store which I just talked about, my strategy is very simple. Start with Instagram theme page marketing, and if you're selling a relationship product, just use small relationship type Instagram pages. It doesn't cost much to test your product when you're using pages with around 50,000 followers or less, and if it does well and the promotion on those types of pages makes you a profit, then you now have a proof of concept that the market is reacting well to your product, and you can reinvest those profits into running advertisements with much bigger Instagram pages. And after that, you move into Facebook ads. Slowly increase your daily budget while testing new audiences, and really scale as much as you possibly can while your ads are profitable. Now, if everything I just said made literally no sense, then fair enough, because it is pretty confusing. But in that case, I have made a few other dropshipping tutorials on my channel. So if you're wanting to learn my Facebook ad strategy or product research strategy, go ahead and watch those because it'll really help out. And now, let me summarize. The plan is to run an online store and scale up that store until we're consistently hitting $3,000 to $4,000 per day in revenue, with an ideal profit of $1,000 per day. I plan to scale up my existing online stores and also launch new online stores over the next 3 months to really maximize profits in the holiday season and make sure that I'm seizing every opportunity. The Shopify stores will be marketed through Instagram and Facebook, and in terms of managing things like customer service, I plan to hire out an online team who can manage that in the best way possible. And if you are watching this right now and have the urge to try this out for yourself, please just do it. I have made numerous tutorials on this channel which cover almost everything you need to know, and over the next few months, it is literally the perfect time to get into the e-commerce game, so if you're thinking about it, just do it. Now, as you may know, I reply to every single DM over on Instagram at ecombaxter, so if you have any questions, go ahead and send me a message over there. And I hate to say this like everyone else, but if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button, because I put my heart and soul into these videos, and those two things really mean a lot to me. But for now, that's all from me. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!